13, Aurora, what the hell is going on? Wyatt's voice echoes amongst the 3 ranchers that I've currently got in Downward Dog. I flick my head up to see him marching towards us like he's ready for battle, muscles tensed and bulging, so at odds with the happy classical music playing from my speaker. I have to quickly push the reminder of what they felt like against me in the lake the other day out of my mind. He seemed so appalled by us touching, I couldn't let myself consider he might have enjoyed it even a fraction as much as I shamefully did. But who wouldn't want to have their legs wrapped around a handsome, muscly cowboy? That's what Sophia said to me when I video called her straight after to tell her what happened. Just to see if the overwhelming sensation of him would finally leave my brain and body if I confessed about it to someone. Because the last thing I need right now is for my lonely, still healing self to get distracted by the reminder of what it feels like to be close to someone again. I'm vulnerable still, and my wounded ego must have just wanted to feel desired, which I shouldn't give in to. If I need love, I can give it to myself. Besides, with the way Wyatt acts around me, eyes clear, he doesn't think about me like that. So, Peeve tried to keep things between me and Wyatt very light and neutral, when he's been helping me with anything to do with the retreat so far this week. Fortunately, the whole ordeal inspired me to write another article on giving yourself the time and space to heal after experiencing hurt like heartbreak. My boss loved it, surprisingly asking for more articles that feature the raw honesty I've been writing with recently. The magic of Sunset Ranch is real, ladies and gentlemen. The photos Wyatt took of me also served as a great start to marketing the retreat. I could practically feel the happiness and freedom radiating from the picture when I posted it, which is the exact approach I'm taking when discussing the retreat. A chance to experience freedom, darity, and joy. A chance to get back to what makes you feel inspired and liberated and happy. Plus, the brand whose sustainably made bikini was wearing was super happy with the photos and how the retreat matched their own core values. They've even sent me more to pose in. One of the great perks of influencing. Oh hey boss! Flynn, the youngest ranch hand with a frantic eagerness to him that buzzes despite it being early morning, waves at Wyatt from his bent-over position, grinning. I lower down to my knees and the 3 guys follow, all shuffling into a crossed-leg position while Wyatt makes his way over, huffing. Josh and Colt, the other 2 ranchers, stifled their laughs as they watch Wyatt. They're both a year younger than me. Apparently we're in the same school year as Wyatt's younger brother, which I learned when Wyatt introduced us properly earlier in the week. Once Wyatt finally reaches us, he crosses his arms, brows raised as he darts his glare between us all. Josh lasers back. You gonna join us, boss? We've got work to do, Wyatt responds coolly. Come on, Hensley, Colt chimes in with a teasing grin, his country drawl the thickest. You're always so tense. Might help you loosen up a bit. After rolling dramatically, Wyatt's midnight eyes finally land back on me. There go the butterflies in my stomach again. What are you doing up so early anyway? It's barely light out. Just wanting to get a head start on the day. One pressed my lips together, feeling a bit like a school kid trying to explain to her teacher why she doesn't have her homework. But I also kind of enjoy the way that for some reason this has annoyed him. Probably because he thinks yoga is pointless, and I've got 3 of his employees proving him very wrong right now. The guys came over to say hello when they saw me doing my routine, and I invited them to join. Since the retreat idea got set in motion, Elle decided to start getting up at a similar time to Wyatt each day. He's working hard on the ranch hours before I even get started on any retreat-related matters, and it makes me feel like I should be doing more. 7 in the morning is my ideal wake-up time. Usually at Sunset Ranch it's actually been refreshing to get up earlier. Watching the golden rays of the sunrise bleed over the mountains and through the pastures makes a big difference. But I've also enjoyed the feeling of having so much of the day to go. I need to go to bed an hour or so earlier to compensate. But it's worth it for how much more productive I am in the mornings, especially with making up new social media posts to discuss the retreat. It's been real fun, boss, Flynn admits, one corner of his mouth hooked up. Miss Rory's really flexible. She's been showing us all kinds of positions. Sir. A muscle in Wyatt's jaw ticks as Flynn talks, but he's still looking at me. Flynn's groan cuts his attention away quickly, though, and we all gape as the 19-year-old pushes himself impressively into a crab pose, which I definitely did not show him how to do. See? Imagine all the things you could do in this position. Bet you can't do it. Flynn's voice is strangled as he shows off before he makes a pained noise and falls back to the ground. I have to bite my lip to keep in my chuckle at Wyatt's twisted features. I don't want to do that, he grunts, angling his jaw. Colt moves himself back into downward dog and looks at Wyatt. Don't knock it till you've tried it, Hensley. When both Josh and Flynn share a grin and also return to their downward dogs, Wyatt scowls at me, eyes constricting. It's quite a sight, 3 muscly cowboys with their asses in the air on a Friday morning. See it as a test run for the yoga sessions I'll do at the retreat. I shrug at him and get on my knees, then nod. 2. The space next to Josh. Wyatt's eyes rocket heavenward before he sighs and shocks me by getting down on his knees too. His scowl never leaves his face, though. I wink at him, wetting my lips. "Till go easy on you, don't worry." "That's it, boss," Josh snorts, and Wyatt whacks him on his rib, almost knocking him over. He widens his eyes at me impatiently. "Let's get this over and done with then." "Right, get into tabletop?" I move on to all fours and wait until Wyatt does the same. I show him how to push up and back into downward dog, which he can't do without grunting. I'm so pissed off that I don't have my phone nearby to get a picture of this right now. All 4 of them watch as I show them how to bring their foot forward and lift up, then stretch their arms out into a warrior to pose. Their attempts are plagued with wobbles and a lack of balance, yet they all manage it eventually in one smooth sweep, and now they try it with their left leg. Flynn's astounded at himself for how easily he does it this time, beaming. "Excellent, boys." I jump to a stand as I walk around, inspecting their warrior poses and adjusting their posture slightly. When I reach Wyatt, I hesitate until his eyes catch mine, a flicker of dark wildness still behind them. I don't know why, but my breath catches, fluttering, picking up in my stomach. He perks a brow at me, no smile. "If this is what you're spending your days doing while I'm busting my ass off working on the ranch, we need to rethink our business plan." "Arms up a little higher," I say, gently setting my fingers against his arms, lifting them. Wyatt flinches faintly as gooseflesh covers his skin, but tries to keep his composure, following my directions. "Actually, while you've been supposedly busting your ass off, I've already got 4 of my influencer friends on board for the trial run. Even my ex's friend, Rowan, reached out asking to come, saying he condemned Jake's behavior and offered to help with anything if I needed it. People are lapping up all the posts I've been sharing about the retreat, and my excitement is buzzing." Wyatt's face lights up, whatever disdain he had for me this morning wiped away. He eases into his position more, shoulders dropping. Seriously, I flick my hair behind my shoulders. "What can I say? I'm amazing, yeah?" Wyatt angles his head. "Something like that." A softness fills his eyes now as he regards me, gaze flicking about my face. He doesn't counter me, insult me, or whatever he would usually do. Instead, it feels like he's actually looking at me properly for the first time. Like he's finally noticed the real me, and it feels far too vulnerable. Snapping myself out of it, I pull myself away, raising my voice to speak to the whole group again. "Right, shift your weight forward a little for a good stretch, and hold it there for a few seconds. Remember to breathe through it?" While they're all facing away from me, I use it as a chance to go grab my phone from the deck and take a few photos of them all. Wyatt's huffing and tries to check his watch from where his arm is stretched out ahead of him. "Is there a prize for the best warrior pose?" Flynn questions, mischief lacing every word. "Maybe a date with the yoga teacher. How about an extra day shoveling horse shit for asking stupid questions?" Wyatt retorts, all sour-faced as he glares at the back of Josh's head. It's the perfect distraction for me to creep around him. "Smile!" I shout, jumping in front of Wyatt and snapping a selfie of me with him doing his warrior pose behind. "You little..." He lunges for me in the phone ... Squealing, I manage to duck away and run, but my legs are no match for his, and in a few seconds one big arm hooks around me. My back is suddenly crushed against his chest, and I feel the outline of his muscles again, like when we were riding together. Heat and rapid breaths encompass us as I try my best to lean forward, holding the phone out of his reach. Give it to me, you menace, Wyatt demands. But it will be such good. Promo for the retreat. I wheeze out, scrambling and laughing in Wyatt's grip, fighting so hard to get away, while also secretly reveling in the way he grips me, a hand splayed across my waist. Even a few laughs rumble from his chest as he struggles to get the phone. Rory, over here, Josh calls out, just in time for me to lob the phone through the air to him before Wyatt spins me around and pins me against the deck. Wrists held above my head, Wyatt presses me up against the fence. All the breath whooshes out of my lungs, not from the impact, which he surprisingly manages to keep gente, but from the way his body is now inches from mine, head dipped, dark lashes lowered as he stares down at me. His gaze has darkened to a point that all I can see is two pools of molten, wild midnight. It lingers over my face, touching my lips once, making me swallow. There's not enough space to avoid my chest from rocking against his with our racing breaths. I try to wiggle in his grip, but it just brushes my breasts against him, and his eyes drop down, noticing exactly that. I'm encompassed by the scent of leather and pine wood radiating off him. Why do we keep getting ourselves in these positions? And why is my stomach fluttering like 1,000 beating butterfly wings, yoo-hoo? Josh whistles from behind. Wyatt turns to see him waving the phone about. He curses and tears back to me, confliction painting his face as he rakes his eyes up my body to where he's still clasping my hands. You are a pain in my arse, Aurora Jones. You know that? Wyatt rips himself from me, though he's not looking quite as repelled by the idea of us touching as he did the other day. At your service, sir. I giggle and pretend curtsy. You'd better delete that photo, he says, crossing his arms. Josh jogs over, a toothy grin meeting me when he winks and hands me back my phone. Wyatt's already started walking off, throwing a vulgar gesture at the other two. Rancher's laughing at him. And what if I don't? I call out to him, still riled up by the challenge in his eyes. He halts, broad shoulders tensing. Lazily, Wyatt glances over his shoulder, making my insides melt with the darkened gaze that still lingers in his eyes, daring me. Oh, I'll find a way to ruin you, princess. Ruin me. My whole body tightens at the words, breath catching. Then he announces, voice booming. Right, the ranch needs us, boys. Let's go, same time tomorrow? I shout after them, biting down on my lip as they all give me a hell yes in response, except for Wyatt, who just shakes his head.